What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Boom! New episode, Halloween, coming up. And one of the moments in my life that was a good moment. It was when childhood, right? It's like there was definitely a window in my childhood that I really enjoyed. I think it was things pre my mom's dad dying. I think was the kind of the I would if I had to guess that may have been one of the beginning changes. But it seemed like, which I think was around, I don't know if I was 7 to 12. I don't know I don't remember. My memory of childhood is very spotty at best. But I'm living back in the desert, and my friend who I live with has a 5-year-old who's going to kindergarten, and he goes to a school that's right, same school I went to. Like during that time, like third grade, uh, kindergarten through like third or fourth grade, like I was going to a new school all the time. But part of that was at this school, and it's crazy going back to something so long because I hadn't been there since I went there, even when I lived here. But not like I was 18 going back to the kindergarten I attended, you know. So it's a trip. It's a trip being back here. It brings back a lot of memories. For whatever reason, moving from Denver to the desert, like I cannot handle alcohol, so I'm drinking far less, which, you know, it's just a lot more contemplation. I'm smoking a shitload of weed, don't get me wrong. But a lot of like, it's definitely a lot of thinking, mulling over thoughts and memories of growing up around here. And Halloween's coming up, fall's coming up, finally summer's gone, it's cooled down out here, and Halloween's one of those holidays that I enjoy. There's no religious affiliation, there's no real pressure that you get for most holidays where you have to be around a family, which I'm not close with my family. But there was a time when I was, not that, you know, that where I mean, for sure my mom went all out. I mean, it was just me and her. This was a time where she went all out. I don't know if my dad was in the picture. This was like first to third grade-ish when I was a kid. Halloween, invited a bunch of kids that I went to school with and their parents, which, you know, were kind of just like, we were all friends. It was just like, it was one of those times where it was a lot of people together that it was just all like love and friendship. And then it seems like a lot of times when you're around people, especially for holidays, you end up being around people that you have to just survive being around for a few days. Versus this Halloween and most Halloweens, you're kind of around friends. It's one of those friendship holidays, which is one of those ones that I enjoy. So they came over, and my mom did it up. It was the complete haunted house theme. You know, everybody came over before the sun went down. There was haunted house decorated throughout a big portion of the house that I grew up in. Just like, my mom was an artist. She had also been a clown at one point, and like tons of carnival games. Like I remember like the pin drop and like pinning felt to things, and I just remember being a lot of games, a lot of activities. But this haunted house you would go through, and it was the kind where you would reach in your hand into like these bowls, and it's like, oh, brains and eyeballs, and like you're feeling these different things, and it's like freaking you out because you're a kid, and it's like it feels like as if it were eyeballs or brains. So you go through that. It's, you know, it's all dark, decorated with dark sheets, and you got the dry ice going. You got the, you know, the typical Halloween sound effects with like wind noises and chains and cats like meowing horrifically and like ghosts doing their boo, and like, you know, the Halloween soundtrack sound effects that are like the only holiday you would buy sound effects for is Halloween, and it went just right along with the haunted house thing, and we played the games, and as the sun went down, lit the candles. I think we did the Bob for Apples thing. It was all kinds of games. It's starting. The wind started picking up like crazy. The weather was insane, and this is the desert. There's a lot of wind comes through here. Where I lived, there were no houses on either side of my house. There were dirt lots for a few spaces before the next house. The backyard butted up right against an airport, so a lot of open space. So air flowed very fast through that area and was kicking up like crazy this night. So it went right along with the parents telling ghost stories to the kids, right? So they're telling these ghost stories. It's dark. They got the candles lit. Wind is like going crazy. I don't remember the story. I just remember that on the apex of this story, when it's at its scariest, the monster that the main monster that this story is about, that we're so scared about, bangs on the fucking window to the living room. And there is something outside that window covered in a sheet banging on the window with a flashlight, and then disappears. Right? The best theater for a kid. The best theater. It was amazing. This is like one of the reasons why I enjoy Halloween. That's like one of my favorite memories. Something that I haven't thought of in a long time. But just recently, especially today, just going over the details of it. It was so much fun. So thank you, Mom, for that. I appreciate that. There were moments where she went above and beyond, and it was amazing. So I want to make sure to capsulize those memories and share them, because, I just try and make more of those memories for your kids, right? Or for your friends, for anybody. It's fun to make those kind of special memories for people, right? Where you plan everything and it's all done to like almost pro status, like you paid somebody to set your house up for kids, not like professional, but enough to like, win over a bunch of kids. And I remember that. I don't know anybody that was there. Maybe I know one person, but I don't know if they would remember that, but I definitely remember it. And of course, the Charlie Brown Pumpkin Patch. The Charlie Brown, those movies were very much a part of this time of year. But that was always a fun one. But yeah, so Halloween, I love it. Coming up next week, but I wanted to get that story out there while I can for you, share it for you. If you want to go check out all of my artwork, which will be great for holiday gifts this season, go to inspireddisorder.com. Bunch of artwork, t-shirts, prints. I'm adding a bunch of stuff to the store, so look forward to all that stuff. InspiredDisorder.com. Follow me on all social media at Ray Taylor. Have a great day. Maybe plan something special for Halloween. Just don't be too serious about it. Just have fun. That's it, everybody. Have a great day. Peace out.